Hello, governors. Hi everyone, my name's James Welsh.
And I'm Robert Welsh.
And this is your weekly reminder that we are not the same person, for fuck's sake.
Sorry, hun.
Could you be more eloquent?
Yes.
Put it over there. Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, shove your gloves. Today we're doing another historically accurate skincare and makeup routine. As is painfully obvious, we are concentrating on the Victorian era today.
Yeah. And let's just be honest, our costumes are like not quite accurate
They-
to the time era. I just wanted to dress as an old age pensioner, Mary Poppins.
Yeah, and you look great.
I'm her, but 40 years later, and I've just come back from the beach with my family who are like, oh, she's dying.
Yeah. And I'm just Bert from Mary Poppins. Is that his name?
Yeah, but...
Can we just get one thing straight to go off topic again? Dick Van Dyke's English accent in Mary Poppins is the worst Cockney accent.
It doesn't exist.
It's horrific, and I feel like he set the tone for what a lot of people think English people sounded like
Hello,
back then.
governors, you
Hello.
bloody fucking governors.
Governors.
Hello, mates.
You'll never be a Disney princess with that mouth.
No, I will. No, I will.
No.
No, I will.
Okay. So listen, as we always have to say, we are not historians. We are,
Yeah.
but we're not. And as with much research as we have done, this isn't going to be accurate, but we've tried.
We've done about 5 minutes of research.
Yeah, yesterday, quick, before the first thing we did was order these costumes. This is towards the end of the Victorian era, so the end of Queen Vicky's reign.
Literally the year.
Yeah, she dressed in black all the time. She was like a style icon. Should we just get into...
Excuse me.
Listen, Victorian era. There was I don't know what century it was. I googled it and I couldn't find out.
That's a shame, Google. Come on.
Yeah, come on, Google. So, Victorian era, there was a bit more of a focus on skincare because makeup, as you'll probably explain later, was still slightly frowned upon.
Slightly.
It was mainly for sex workers, right? And the more risque.
And actresses.
But we'll get into that. We'll talk about that very soon. So there was a bit more of a focus on skincare. So it was very minimal, very, very minimal. But Victorian era was the time where a lot of brands that we know and love today started out. So we've got Pond's. Why? Why are you doing this? Stop it. So we had Pears soap. Pears.
Oh,
The brand. We had Thayer's Original Witch Hazel, which the skincare
Yeah.
community will know. Do you know Thayer's?
do you know, the first time I ever learned of it, well, knew it existed, was when I bought a bottle of toner from them in Target in America.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, well, I'm allergic to witch hazel.
Yep. And also Vaseline.
Vaseline.
And we had Listerine as well. And Shiseido.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. So there was also a lot of, back then, kind of like guides for women on how to be women. How to be women for men.
Yes.
There was one called Beauty, What Is It and How to Retain It, originally published in 1873 by a lady. That's literally who it was published by. Ooh.
Naughty.
So let's talk about cleansing. I have a quote here from Beauty, What Is It and How to Retain It.
I'm a Victorian shape.
You are, yeah. Typical Victorian shape. So, the water used for washing the skin should be rainwater. But if in London, rainwater, it must be filtered to clear it from smuts.
Yeah, because it's going to have so much smuts in it.
A lot of smuts. Luckily, we live in Hampshire. So, I just put this outside for a couple of days and collected some rainwater.
Look at those 2 black dots floating around.
There's some mud in there.
Is that a sea monkey?
Oh, there's a spider in there.
Oh no, I'm wearing gloves.
It's right, I'll do it for you. This is how they would have cleansed back then. So I wonder why they thought rainwater. Maybe because it's the purest.
Purer, fallen from the heavens.
Making sure I don't get the spider.
Yeah, please. You were so close to it.
No. Don't worry about that. Yeah, so we just cleansed.
Oh, yes, I feel clean from this day's smuttery.
Well, it wasn't cleanser, but it was when you wash, you must wash with rainwater as
Oh.
your water. So, cleanser we introduce Pond's. Pond's. Obviously, it wasn't in this packaging, but their original cold cream was a staple for any young lady of the time. And you'd be on like a bit of like orange paper.
But I'd just be drawn on.
Yeah, you'd
like
be drawn
this.
on.
She's so skinny, she uses Pond's.
Yeah,
it would say.
thank you to her husband for making her use Pond's.
Yeah.
So you could at the time buy your cold cream, but a lot of people just made it themselves. There was a lot of recipes going around, and again, there was a focus on whitening the skin, literally whitening the skin. So there were some ingredients that they'd often include. We have glycerin, we have balsam of Peru, otto of roses, finest pale honey, reconsistified spirit,
Loads of that.
and also a variation of citric acid to remove freckles.
Yes.
Freckles were seen as impure.
Pure.
Yeah.
They would also try and burn freckles off.
Which we're gonna do later. So yes, a very simple routine. So all they do is take some cold cream.
Just a bit. It smells cold.
So, yeah, it does. Oh, this is freezing. I wonder why they call it cold cream. I guess this is almost like a double cleanse. Like,
Yeah.
I read in one section that the lads would do this twice often. And you'll probably
wonder-
see why when we do the makeup.
Here's the reason. Well, no, that doesn't make sense to me.
Oh, okay, I'm a liar.
You think of like double cleansing to take off loads of dirt and grit. And, oh, okay. Maybe they were chimney sweeps. Chimney sweep.
Do you have plans for that tissue, or can we use it now?
No, I have plans for this.
Okay, let me go get
tissue.
some. And then we're going to simply wipe it away. It kind of just feels like the Nivea cream, you know, the one that your nan, not mine, keeps in her bag.
Yeah, it
and,
does. It
uses
feels like
on her
very
hands.
simple Nivea cream. Look at all that dirt.
There's nothing coming off mine.
No, I know, same, but
Oh.
we're playing pretend.
Yeah. Oh, look at all
It's in your
that
beard as
dirt.
well. There's a bit there.
I mean, my skin does feel nice after that.
This is a very nice product, actually.
The thing is, though, it's like you still get cleansing milks and cleansing creams around today. I just don't know if they're cut out for today's. Well, back then, I feel like they would have been cut out for the type of makeup that's around today. But I'm guessing they've, of course, changed their formula.
I mean, things like waterproof makeup, obviously, maybe, but they wouldn't have worn makeup like we wore today, like eyeliner. Well, we'll get into it.
Yeah, we'll. Now, toners and tonics were a thing as well back then.
Oh,
They were in the early days. So, we have some milk.
Good.
But we're gonna put some whiskey in that too.
What?
Now, from the same book, they recommended a concoction of whiskey and milk.
Oh, everything?
It smells like the first time I got really drunk at our own house party. Do you remember? And I kept Jack Daniels in.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Please, ladies first.
Very well. Just a corner, mind.
Well, you're very elegant.
This is pure alcohol. We can be okay.
Yeah, no, you'll be
Maybe I'll
fine.
just use it on my nose.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Replace that. No! Use it! The smell of milk drying on your skin.
Oh, yes. It's making cheese as it warms
Now,
and
I'm
dries.
personally going to avoid my eyes.
Yeah, that's all I'm going to do.
Cottage cheese.
Now, this was supposedly to help tighten the skin and get it ready on the way to paler skin as well. Maybe it's something to do with the, like...
The fact that alcohol's going to rip your face off.
Yeah.
Can't see.
Oh, that's absolutely normal. And then it's very, very simple. We now move on to moisturizer, which was a very big step in prepping for makeup as well. So, we are going to use a Vanishing Cream.
Ooh. Now is the time.
Time to... And this was the idea as well. It's called Vanishing Cream because of the idea that it vanishes on your skin, because it's meant to... Because a lot of like creams before, I'm guessing, were beeswax heavy. Like you could kind of see them on your skin from what I've seen doing my historical studies for years. Thank you. They weren't as like moisturizing, if that makes sense. I believe this is like a bit more of what we know to be a typical moisturizer today.
And it primes a little bit more, so this actually would have been our priming step also.
Oh, perfect. Oh, it's lovely.
Let me just take off my lace fineries.
Yeah. I mean, these, like I said, are all brands, like products that you still see today. Like, what brand is it?
This is Besame.
Besame. And we were going to use a Pond's one as well. So Pond's still do it. But like we said, it's pretty much just a more moisturizing primer, right?
Yeah, and it has its little benefits to it as well. Like, it does kind of act like a primer in a sense that it may kind of smooth out like imperfections, you know.
Yeah.
How do you feel that's going on top of that alcohol and milk base?
I feel like it's sinking right in.
Do you? I'm kind of getting a layer on my skin, I feel.
Oh, yeah, it's a curdy layer.
Cottage cheese layer.
And that was it, really. That's all there is to skincare back then. I mean, obviously there were more when it comes to toners and tonics and cold cream concoctions. There was still a lot of make-it-yourself skincare products, but I do feel like this was the era when brands really started to kind of like take charge of your cosmetics.
Yeah, I mean, we look at the end of the era in general as the first lipstick, retractable lipstick, for example. And it is when brands started to kind of cash in on makeup. However, makeup was, like we said earlier, still considered a little bit like, oh, you vile beast. You have no morals.
Yes.
And Victorian.
Your skin looks glowy, though.
Thank you. It's just milk and the rest of my skin falling off. So we are going to do makeup how Queen Victoria would have done her makeup. So this is a recorded process, and also in there's a place here in the UK called Osborne House on the Isle of Wight where I think it was one of our holiday homes.
We went on a school trip.
We did go on a school trip. There is all her skincare and everything is still there.
No way.
Yeah, it's pretty
Aww,
cute. There's a few things that might not be in her skincare routine, but I'll go to that. There were different makeup types. So, for the everyday woman of
leisure,
yes, good standing. The idea to look like we are a flower who is dying, very eloquent.
Oh, like crusting
like this.
away.
Like imagine you were just like this.
Yeah.
And the idea is, at the time, it was like a lady should be so beautiful. Why on earth would she ever need makeup? So makeup was very like under the counter. Like ladies would go through back doors of shops to get makeup. If I was to suggest you were wearing makeup, we would no longer be friends.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Whereas men were just walking around crusty as fuck.
Crusty as fuck, smelling like
whiskey milk.
dick cheese.
You can't say that in that costume.
No.
Are you wearing makeup?
No, you vile interpretant. I don't know what it means. So men were walking around smelling like cigars and paper, I'm assuming. So there's another thing, women would hide their makeup in drawers and in medicine and things, so it didn't look like makeup. Are you laughing?
I just forget how elegant you are sometimes.
Yeah. So here's what we're going to do, our makeup routine. First thing, we'll wake up in the morning. And this is also when tuberculosis became the ideal and beauty standard. Flushed cheeks, pale skin, massive eyes, looking dead.
Oh, yes.
Really nice.
I mean, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I mean,
it sounds like a nice, like...
There's that edgy, like, oh, I'm so sick. Morning routine, we're going to get up and go for a jog so we get naturally flushed cheeks. Yeah, well, we're not going to do that now, obviously.
I know, but like, imagine.
We're going to do activities. We're going to stay away from anything that is like treacherous.
What do you mean activities?
At the time, it was advised not to play cards or read.
Oh, I daren't.
I daren't do that. And also as well, we're going to try to not be jealous all day because that's bad for your skin.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, jealousy was bad for your skin.
Okay.
No,
there's absolute proof.
There's absolute proof that that's science.
Explains why your skin is so treacherous.
The idea, here's our goal, right? We want to look like lovely, dry rose petals. But we don't want our husbands to know we're wearing makeup. So this is our goal
I dread
for today.
to think.
Yeah, exactly. So we've moved away from lead. We know now that's dangerous for us. We know now it's eating our skin. We just put alcohol and milk on our face.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
So we're going to go to zinc oxide now. So zinc oxide is still around today in sunscreens, makeup and skincare also. This isn't actually zinc oxide, but it came in powder form. You can use it today. It's not harmful or anything like that. I just didn't happen to have any this morning when I remembered we were doing this video.
So yeah, zinc oxide is in sunscreen. It's known for not being favourable to those with darker skin tones because it's, Jesus,
it leaves a white cast.
A very white
But that's
cast.
what we want.
That's
from
exactly
this
what
look.
we
want to look pale. We want to look ghostly. We want to look like we're dying. So we're going to be very gentle. Leave it on the desk.
I want to see it though.
And we're just going to gently apply to your skin in little brush strokes. I just want an all-over ghostly look.
Oh.
Not everyone could afford zinc oxide, of course.
Right.
So chalk dust would have been absolutely fine for everyone else.
This isn't coming off that pale.
Do this. Tap, 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 tap.
We'll have to come back to you in a minute, I'm afraid.
Well, now that's sorted out. Whew.
Do we but die?
Are we but flowers? Flowers?
Are we but a single petal falling off a flower?
Okay, so one of the signs of tuberculosis was to be quite flushed in the cheeks. So that's exactly what we want now from our look. So here we have beetroot juice. Oh my god, I can't hold this because of the lace gloves.
What do you want me to do?
Just hold it. It's going to
Wait. Okay, got it.
So carmine was around back then, so people would have mixed carmine with alcohol to make a blush.
Okay, so even more drying.
Even more drying, but we're going to use pure beetroot juice. And it was advised at the time to apply with a handkerchief.
This is going to be so messy.
Would you like me to do it for you?
Yeah. I just want to say, as we're talking about alcohol here, denatured alcohol isn't always a bad thing in your skincare. It's a lot... it serves many functions. It can be a carrier for active ingredients.
Oh, yeah. But
and the majority of it, exactly, and the majority of it will evaporate off your skin. However, obviously, when it's not in a formulation, it's going to dry you out. So please don't be scared of denatured alcohol unless you're buying teenage skincare. Do you remember when I used to get nosebleeds really bad?
Yeah, it looks like that.
Looks like that.
This is crazy. I kind of like this technique because it does look like a natural flush, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
It looks like you've been for a really long walk.
Yeah, or a jog, or done activities and not been jealous all day.
Oh, I love that look.
I don't hate it, you know.
Right, let me get to mine on and we'll be right back. And then there's like a Victorian swipe.
What does that look like?
Rats. Okay, so we've done the blunge.
Oh, look, your hair's done like this middle parting thing. It looks very eloquent. You look like Mary Poppins.
I do look like Mary. Taking my blush a little bit higher, a little bit rosier on my cheeks for a full-on flush.
Why did you put more effort into yours than mine?
Because I hate you. No. I got carried away with mine, if I'm honest.
Yeah, you did. You had more time.
Feel great, look great. I'm always
Be great.
Be great, but don't play cards. We're gonna leave eyes because eye makeup, vulgar. You nasty, vulgar lady. But we are going to do some eye drops. So part of tuberculosis was
massive pupils. Huge pupils.
So
Belladonna.
Belladonna would have been used right in the eyes. I have Belladonna by Blink right here. So I'm just going to squirt that into my eyes.
Hang on.
No,
what do you mean?
It's just eyebrows.
Oh, Jesus. That touched your eye. That's touching your...
Yes, it's quite all right.
No, it's not. Why are you doing it like that? How are you so good at putting them in your eye?
What, eye drops?
Yeah.
Is there a skill to it?
I feel like there is when you don't like things touching your eye.
Wow, I look great.
God, you would have been stunning in the Victorian times.
I would have been stunning. People would have been like, no jealous. No,
Yeah.
you're no
Can't
jealous.
be jealous. This eye drops are still affecting my eye. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
they're going to have nice glassy eyes. One thing I was going to say about
You know
blush.
what you look like? Sorry.
Drugs.
You look like the people who used to have like ectoplasm come out their mouth.
Yeah, I look like a wench.
Yeah.
Blush, I was going to say,
Blush?
it wasn't known. I said we were doing Queen Victoria's routine. It's not known that she wore blush or not, but there is a diary entry from her that says, I quite like the way people look with blush. So,
So she would have approved
we're taking
it.
that risk. Yeah, she would have approved it. Now, let's talk about eyes. We said no eye makeup because it's vulgar, you nasties.
We're not.
So we're going to use castor oil in our eyebrows.
Okay. Can we just make it very clear that there is no evidence that castor oil grows eyebrows or eyelashes? I get asked this all the time.
Well, this isn't really for growth. It's for the shine.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. Oh.
Can I just also say as well?
Yes.
There are many ways to people snuck around like Victorian makeup. People would use like they would buy, because it was considered horrible to buy makeup, they would buy like red paper and things like that and use that as makeup.
How do you use red paper as makeup?
You can wear, well, back then it would have been just dye on the paper.
Oh,
so
that's
you
so
would,
clever.
yeah, so you would use like, actually a lot of periods did that, to be fair.
Can you imagine living in a time period? I mean, obviously this kind of thing is still around, but it was a lot harder back then, living in a time period where you have all these beauty standards set for you, but it's frowned upon. The way you get it is like frowned
literally
upon.
it. Like everyone was like, you need to look as beautiful as you can, but don't wear makeup.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, sure.
But not beautiful as you can. Their standard of beauty was, you know.
yeah,
Imagine it just being like born with like really rosy cheeks and shiny eyelashes.
mango and lime, black castor oil. I feel like we don't look deathly enough.
Well, Luckily, one of the trends back then, and this trend went from, we spoke about this from Elizabethan times, on and on and on, was the blue veins. So we're actually going to try it this time. The idea was our skin is so fragile and almost see-through that
So
please
transparent.
take a pencil and pass it on.
Yes.
That we're going to use a blue pencil to draw on veins.
I see you've given yourself the finer, nicer one.
Yes.
Cool.
Your eyebrows are yellow.
So are yours because there's castor oil.
Good.
Oh, our mirrors are there. Our hand mirrors.
So I'm going to try and draw veins where I feel a little bit more like veins would be. So maybe on the shearer, like around the eyes.
Yeah, that's a good idea. What do veins look like? Like fun lightning bolts?
Yeah. Oh, can you imagine being like, oh, I just love your veins. Where did you get them?
Yeah, like how many times do you have to jog to get those veins? I'll do mine heavy.
So I've done some under my eye here, and I've done like a little creep of vein on my cheek there.
I've just done some everywhere.
Can you imagine, like, you're Victorian, you're just about to go out, your friends have turned up, you're like, crap, I
Oh my
forgot to
God, my
draw my
veins.
veins. You're like,
And
what? 1 minute.
1 minute. Don't come in. How would they have drawn veins back then? Because I'm guessing they didn't have blue
Ink.
ink.
Ink would have been a thing. We did have, I think they had pencils. Tell us, were you Victorian? Did you have pencils? Let us know.
Do you know a Victorian? Let us know. I look more deathlier than you.
I look like a delicate flower.
Yes.
Let's move on to hips.
Oh, I think it said hips there.
Yes, hips. Just a tint, really.
Oh, nice.
There were many ingredients around for lip balms. I haven't used this one. It's just the lid. I knocked the lid on it, if that makes sense. There's a little dent in it. So lip balms were around, and the idea was a rosy lip. Again, hardly any colour.
We like that.
My notes. Yeah, people were making their own lip balms at this time. But again, the usual things could have been used. Beetroot, carmine.
This is a lot redder than it looks.
Yeah, oh yeah, sorry. I should have taken that one.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I look so Victorian. I can't.
It's just too accurate.
It's just too real.
It's too real.
Oh, look at us. If I was to walk into the room now, and we'd met up for, I don't know, what did Victorians do? Sandwiches and being oppressed. What if I walked into the room and I was like, oh, hi, would you think I was wearing makeup right now?
100%. I love how they
What makes
all
you say that?
the dustiness of your skin and the veins that are drawn on the top layer of your skin. This is the thing, is they all must have known they were wearing makeup. Oh, no, I mean, not to be rude, I'm not accusing you of wearing makeup.
Yeah, because that's detrimental to our friendship.
Yeah, but they must, like, back then, they all knew what they were doing.
makeup.
It must have been like this silent kind of like agreement.
I wonder if veins were like eyebrows. Like, you're like, oh my god, I love your eyebrows. Like, oh my god, I love your veins. Yeah. And they're like, oh my god.
Yeah, like
Victorian
where do you get your veins from? But I love how the men that back then must have been so fucking stupid to not realise that the women are wearing makeup. Like, is that how it went
But
down? Is
even
that what
now, come on,
happened?
let's be real. You can draw on your eyebrows like 2 bricks, and people are some men, not all, that's
No, men,
sexist,
that's sexist.
are like, oh, I had no idea they weren't your eyebrows.
Yeah, like
So-
I love an all natural bay.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love Bay to be natural. But you know, imagine back then, Victorian times, men didn't know nothing.
Yeah.
All they knew about was, what did I say, paper and cigars.
Cigars and paper and how to wear thin glasses.
How to wear thin glasses and work in banks.
Yeah, that's all. Every man worked in a bank.
Yeah.
You look really nice.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
You do. You look really nice.
Yeah, it's just, you know.
It's the veins. It's the pure blue veins
It's
for me.
yeah. I can definitely smell this castor oil. Do you want to introduce the next thing?
So last time we did make a recipe during our, what did we do?
No, it wasn't medieval.
Elizabethan?
17th century.
17th century. We made eggs.
Yes.
Now, Victorians didn't eat, so we couldn't find it.
Well known, no one
It's
ate.
well known no one ate during the Victorian times. They didn't need food because of... if you're confused, don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't even think about it.
So we're going to take part in a traditional Japanese?
What?
I don't know. So we're going to take part in a traditional Victorian pastime. James?
Telling ghost
Oh, you
stories.
spooky governor.
bitch. This is what I love about like Christmas, especially back then, was like a big tradition, a Christmas tradition was telling ghost stories.
Yeah, it was a spooky time.
Yeah, so we have this book.
And this is actually from the Victorian
Is it?
library.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why we're both wearing
Yeah.
gloves.
Robert's going to tell us a ghost story.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah, hang on.
I'm going to do it in my Mary Poppins Victorian
Okay, yeah.
out of voice. This story is called... No.
No, I don't like that.
This bloody story is called The Wreck, so it is. Governor. Fred and Jeannie.
Wait, how long is this?
It's this.
Oh.
Jeannie.
Make it a bit more spookier.
Fred and Jeannie went to the same high school, but they met for the first time at Christmas dance.
Oh.
Fred had come by himself, so had Jeannie. What did I say her name was?
I can't remember. That'll do.
Soon, Fred decided that Jeannie was one of the nicest girls I'd ever met. They danced together most of the evening. At 11 o'clock, Jeannie said, "I have to leave now. Can you give me a ride?" "Sure," he said. "I've got to go home too." I accidentally drove my car into a tree on my way over here.
Is that it?
No.
Oh, okay.
Jeannie said, "I guess I wasn't paying attention." Fred drove her to the head of a Bradbury Road. It was in a neighborhood he didn't quite know very well. "Why don't you drop me off here?" Jeannie said. "The road up ahead is really bad condition. I can walk from here." Fred stopped the car and held out some tinsel.
Huh?
"Have some," he said. "I'll put it in my hair." And she did. Don't do that this Christmas time.
Yeah, no one does that anymore.
"Would you like to go out sometime? To a movie or something?" Fred asked. "That would be fun," Jeannie said. After Fred drove off, he realised that he didn't know Jeannie's last name or her telephone number. "I'll go back," he thought. "The road can't be that bad." He drove slowly down Bradbury Road through thick woods, but there wasn't a sign of Jeannie. As he came around a curve, he saw the wreckage of a car ahead. It had crashed into a tree and had caught fire.
Oh, I really hate this. Why is this still going on?
Isn't nearly done.
Okay.
Oh, smoke was still rising from it. As Fred made his way to the car, he could see someone trapped inside, crushed against the steering column. The steering wheel.
Yeah, I don't know.
It was Jeannie. Her hair was Christmas tinsel he'd given her. And then if it was the Victorian times, we'd all panic and eat dates.
Yeah, we'd be like,
Wow.
that was...
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That was terrifying.
Oh, God, I would be scared.
Yes,
if
I
someone
hope
read
you're
to
not
me
too
like that.
scared. Send us pictures of you with veins on your face.
Oh my God, draw. Right, listen, see if you. Right, calm down.
No.
See if you can make your veins look real with a blue pen. Do let us know.
Yeah.
Send them to us on Instagram, the Welsh.
We're at Welsh Twins.
At Welsh Twins. Let us know how real your veins can look. Don't send us pictures of real veins.
No, just drawing on veins.
That's cheating.
Just tag us.
Tag us. So you can find me on YouTube for makeup advice and things.
Yes, and I'm James, and you can find me on YouTube for skincare advice, amongst things. Bye.
Bye. You said my outro was terrible. You just did the same thing and then just said bye.
Yeah, but then we did our things.
We did our things before.
Bye.
Thanks again, everyone.
Bye. That was a terrible outro.
Oh, thanks again.
No, should we do? You can find me on YouTube for more makeup.
Whoopsie. So you can find me